if Eraserhead wasn't there, I feel like this would be the end of the series.
Touch my sack. Oh, hello.
Hello. Welcome to At First Glance. I'm Eric's.
And I'm Dankson, and we're reviewing My Hero Academia for the second time. Yiggity yank, watch our other video. A lot's happened in the past couple your mother. A lot's happened in the past couple episodes. Definitely a lot is going down in My Hero Academia. Shigaraki wakes up and discovers he has control over his decay power.
He destroyed a whole city and the ground. Yeah. Everything that was connecting to each other was just getting decayed.
So he starts off by decimating a giant portion of the city, which is a good way to start it off, and that's where the problems begin. He also can sense almost like anybody that's like in...
I think he had to have come in contact with him for him to search for them, and he has come in contact with
all of them.
Deku, which he's got his sights on Deku.
His goal is to take One for All from Deku, which will be interesting if he acquires that. Obviously, that would be like the end of the show, I guess, if he gets that and just murks everyone.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. But
yeah, so you have all the heroes. Everyone's kind of doing their own part. They were evacuating the city, and you have Endeavor right now.
Endeavor's trying his hardest to keep Shigaraki at bay.
Yeah, Endeavor's fighting Shigaraki,
but it's not doing much.
No, he's
just hitting him and just like distracting him for a split second, but that's about it.
Yeah, Eraserhead has already taken the control or taken the decay power from Shigaraki, or his newer decay power. So they're all working together right now. We didn't see Midoriya up until this point, and Midoriya has One for All in his head. Basically gave him a heads up prior to Shigaraki blasting the city. So it kind of gave Midoriya had a sense that there was something much different going on.
And it seemed like Shigaraki maybe had a disconnect with All for One. It shows him disintegrating in his mind. So which seemed like a metaphor for him to like cut ties, and he's going to do his own thing now.
Yeah, Shigaraki has already done a lot of growing in this whole show. He's kind of like grown from his past with his family's hands and everything, and he kind of
got rid of
that, and then now he's moving away, it seems, from whatever All for One's intentions are, like control, and he's like, I want to do what I want to do. All for One has always said that he wants Shigaraki to do what he wants to do. He's kind of like, you're
I don't think that it was like a malicious thing against All for One. I think it was it was just him stepping up and becoming his own.
Yeah, you have these Nomus.
They're not quite high end, but they're almost high end, where they can't think for themselves, but they're still strong.
Yeah, they weren't ready, just like Shigaraki technically wasn't ready.
Right.
But they started it, He woke them up. He was able to... It was a showcase of his power, too, because in his blast with the decay, he also sent out electrical current to activate the Nomu tanks, and he ended up destroying a lot of them. But he was able to sense where the top Nomus were, and he didn't destroy those ones. So that's it shows that Shigaraki is calculated with what he's trying to do. Also, he doesn't just destroy everything and he's like, oops, I killed all my Nomu. He intentionally, maybe it was a little aggressive or sloppy or uncontrolled than he'd like, but he still was able to isolate some of his powers and where it hit.
Well, he's got a lot of powers that he inherited now. Seems like he's doing a good job of controlling all of them. It's almost like he was born with them.
Shigaraki's shaping up to be a really cool villain.
Yeah. And big boss.
Yeah, just like
he's going wild right now, so.
Yeah. And I really like when they go to the psyche of especially villains, and we already know some about Shigaraki, and I like when they show
the reason behind it.
Yep.
Or their motives and what makes them tick.
Yeah. And what shows them break down a little bit, or lose their, he's a little unstable already.
Yeah. Bakugo hasn't done much. He was following Midoriya for a while to see if he could beat up Shigaraki, but you have Eraserhead. I don't know the other guy's name. He's just like watering his eyes so he can not blink, which is kind of a cool support character in that aspect. Yeah, so Eraserhead's trying to keep Shigaraki in check. Deku is kind of trying to figure out what he's going to do next.
Shigaraki was attempting to get Eraserhead.
Yeah.
And Midoriya and Bakugo kind of showed up.
I feel like all these like high end, you got Deku, you got Endeavor, Bakugo, Eraserhead, and they're not doing much to him.
Yeah, they haven't found anything that really anything physical at least, that like stops this dude. Their goal is to protect Eraserhead so that they can keep him from using his decay.
Well, they said it. They said without Eraserhead, they're done. They have to save Aizawa.
If he didn't have control right now, then it would have been much worse already. And what I really like about the show is you have Shigaraki, who is basically the leader of the bad guys and the villains, but you have other villains who are like Destro, and there was a scene where he was, I think, just talking to himself, but he was concerned because Shigaraki was out already, and he had mentioned that he wasn't done yet. Basically, like, what have you guys done? What have you guys created? I really like that even other villains are kind of scared of Shigaraki.
Yeah, they got the Giant coming in for Shigaraki. Mount Lady was trying to stop him. They're gonna have
tossed around.
Yeah, she got tossed.
Yeah.
Then they had Midnight trying to stop him. Momo is gearing up to, I think, make some sort of sleeping agent or some.
She's making some sort of potion.
I think it was to put him to sleep. For them to start the war, I feel like they're not ready for what's about to happen.
No. Yeah, you have a lot of the older heroes, like the main heroes, that are kind of putting responsibility onto like their predecessor, their Padawans or whatever. What's the big girl, the gigantic
Mount Lady.
You know, she was basically telling Momo that, you know, she trusts her decisions and on what to do. So she had to make a decision, and she decided to stay and fight and to create the sleepy juice or whatever. When the Giant gets there, he also has the League on his back.
He has the League on his back.
So right now they're all working together just to like try to do something with Shigaraki. So when these guys show up, I don't know.
It's going to be game over.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do.
It doesn't look good for the heroes right now. I'll tell you that.
I'm also going to say that I think someone else is going to die on the hero side.
Probably.
Bing, bang, boom.
It's gone ham since episode 1.
Good luck. Shigaraki's very, very dehydrated. I'm interested to see what happens, of course.
Yeah. Somebody's going to slip up, obviously.
Yeah.
And then gain the upper hand. But if Eraserhead wasn't there, I feel like this would be the end of the series. Like
he would have
just
clapped
destroyed
up the
everybody.
city, and he would have taken Deku and
he is so
power.
OP right now. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, there's really nobody that we know of yet right now that, I mean, you have number one, who's Endeavor, you know, who's somewhat weaker than All Might was, I suppose, but he's not doing anything to him.
No.
So really, I mean, it comes down to Deku. He's the one that's going to have to save the day. Don't forget,
Like, subscribe, comment.
and ring that notification bell so you know when our videos come.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So I would do it if I was a girl. I'd be like,
Get loosey goosey like your mama's.
oh.